Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Shermaine, aka Terran, is coming at y'all with a live reaction to the new Mortal Kombat X trailer that just dropped. The story trailer. Never seen it. I don't know what's gonna be in it. I know that there's gonna be some characters that we haven't seen so far, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. And then afterwards, I'm gonna break down what I can, some of the new stages, maybe some new moves we might see from existing characters, certain dialogues that might allude to the story. I do want to preface by saying I do not have the MKX comics, so my interpretations might be a little wrong because obviously that's the prequel to the game. I do not have that, so I can't for sure 100% say that, oh, this means this or this refers to, blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and then after the live reaction we'll go to the breakdown. So let's go. Should have had her muted. Okay. Sub-Zero looks like a beast. He's got the fucking MK3. Oh my goodness. That's Kuai Liang. That has to be Kuai Liang. I'm already excited. We have Jacqueline Briggs, Jax's daughter. That's the Quan Chi's amulet. Oh, they're gonna show you the previous battle between Raiden and Shinnok. That's that dude with the bow. I don't know who they said his name. Kano, Devora. Rebel Army. Yeah, I know the amulet has to be huge. Melina. Oh shit. This is crazy, son. Oh! Sindel, Melina and Kotal Khan fighting for Outworld throne. Oh God! And Lagoro. Okay, wow. Wow, that was a lot of shit packed into 2 minutes. Damn. Damn. I gotta break that down? Holy shit. Alright, you guys, breakdown time. Now, normally when I do breakdowns, I do show the video, but because there's so much substance in these videos, or in the trailer, it would just be impossible to talk about all I want to talk about while slowing the video down to like microseconds. That'd be kind of stupid. So I'm just going to show screenshots. And we're going to start off with the new combatants. And the first one being Jacqueline Briggs. She is the direct descendant of Jax. And what I find most interesting is she didn't really take after her father entirely with the whole metal arms, because he had his arms completely removed. When he was in MK10 and in Mortal Kombat 3, they were completely removed, or they were completely implanted with the metal. But hers is more of an exosuit type of deal. As you can see, her hand is not completely covered by metal, or it's not encased in metal. The metal covers her fingers, and I find that interesting. I find that cool. Like, she's organic, but she still has her metal arms, kind of a nod to let you know that she is Jax's daughter. Now, we move on to Kung Jin, which we have no idea who the fuck this guy is. We have no information on him. I don't know if he's in the comics. I don't think he's in the comics from my research that I've done. What interests me is the symbol on his headband. What does that symbol mean? What does that refer to? At first I thought maybe it was some type of Shaolin Society or the White Lotus Society, but obviously we've seen from the Factions trailer that that is not the White Lotus Society's emblem. So keep an eye on this guy, man. We don't know shit about this dude. Now, getting to the character that I'm most interested in is Takahashi Takeda. At first, I only found him interesting by his armor that he wears. I thought, okay, this guy looks really different. But what piqued my interest even more was his headband. His headband. And then we finally got to a shot where they're kind of like, oh, triangle formation or diamond, whatever the fuck they say. And I saw his logo, And I looked up the logo, and this guy is actually part of the Shirai Ryu clan. And then when I did even more research, it piqued my interest even more. This guy is the direct descendant of Kenshi. He is his son. Not only that, he is a part of the Shirai Ryu clan, which is a great addition. Not him to the Shirai Ryu clan, but putting a main character in a part of a clan of assassins, which I find interesting. But even more so than that, you're starting to bring the Shirai Ryu clan even more prominent, because beforehand they were kind of absent because they were eviscerated by fucking Quan Chi way early in the series, you know? Before Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat Mythologies, they were just done. They were dead. That's it. We didn't know anything about them. We don't know any, there was no notable characters except for Scorpion, obviously. So now we have another younger fighter who is a part of the Shirai Ryu clan. That's cool. That's bringing them up to the story. I mean, we always knew about the Lin Kuei. They've always been prominent. But now you're kind of bringing up another clan into the picture, which I like, which I think that's kind of what they might be going for in the story and in the factions trailer. Like, they're trying to give you a little piece of everyone. Special Forces, obviously we already know. Lin Kuei, obviously we already know. But to bring the Shirai Ryu in, that's tight. That'd have been cool. We could have been a part of that, but whatever, I digress. But I'm wondering if that's what they're going to do, is try to throw more information about the separate factions in the story mode as they can, and in appropriate places. What I find even more interesting than all of that is that Takahashi Takeda is the apprentice of Scorpion himself. Yes, he is trained and mentored directly under Scorpion. Damn. That's badass to me. So, I want to see some Scorpion-esque moves from him when we play as him. I want to see maybe the spear incorporated, but in a unique way. Or maybe not even give him a spear. But we saw in his fatality against Ferratoro, I can't remember which one's which, he had cut the arms off of the motherfucker and then throws his spear into his throat or his face or something like that. So it's definitely in his arsenal, but I don't think we're going to be able to use it in normal combat just because he's not a master of it. I mean, it kind of makes sense when you think about it. So that's cool. That's really cool. This character really interests me with everything that we know about him so far. He's in the comics, which that's where I found my information on him from. But I find it interesting that he's in the Special Forces, but also part of the Shirai Ryu, a clan of assassins, a clan of ninjas. Like, why is he there? I find that kind of interesting. But yeah, Takahashi Takeda is definitely one of the characters that has caught my eye a lot. I'm really excited to see him in action, because being trained under Scorpion, I mean, to me, you're trained under Scorpion, you're above Jacqueline Briggs, you're above Cassie Cage, and probably Kung Jin in combat. So he should be able to wipe the floor with most of the people. And the badass part about them being surrounded by Lin Kuei, what I want to see is at that specific point, the Lin Kuei should want to kill this motherfucker on sight, because, Sub-Zero names everybody. He doesn't name Cassie in that sentence, but probably does anyways in the story. He says, "You are not welcome here." Okay, Cassie and Jacqueline, whatever. And Kung Jin, because we don't know anything about him, they're just outsiders. They're just outsiders who have found their way into the Lin Kuei temple, which they do not belong. So he just lets them know, you are not welcome here, you need to leave. But this guy is an enemy of the Lin Kuei. I want to see them try to kill him immediately, and him, fucking kill, or not kill, but beat up some fodder characters, because I want to see this guy's skills put on display, for sure. And then we move into another quick screenshot of Takahashi fighting another member of the Shirai Ryu. And one of two things come to my mind. One, this could be Takahashi's alternate outfit, an outfit more representative of his Shirai Ryu affiliation, because the one we see here is the one we see previous. I mean, it's not much. It's just kind of like black with the yellow headband, but he's wearing more yellow incorporated in his outfit. Who the fuck is he training with? Could this be Scorpion's alternate outfit? I don't know, because the details are kind of shady. But Kenshi, who is Takahashi's father, met Scorpion at some point after the timeline of, or the events of, Mortal Kombat 9, and helped him find inner peace. And now he's got some kind of split personality, like two personalities. Scorpion is its own personality, and Hanzo Hasashi is its own personality. That's kind of weird. I find that just a little silly. As long as they make it work, then, you know, I'll be okay. But I found that a little kind of dumb. And what Kenshi ends up doing is help Scorpion find peace within himself, bringing about Hanzo Hasashi's personality and kind of locking away Scorpion's personality somewhere within him. And that's just kind of weird to me. So I want to know if that alternate outfit is an alternate outfit of Hanzo Hasashi, air quotations, and the current Scorpion outfit that he wears is the Scorpion outfit. I don't know. But this could be an alternate outfit for Takahashi Takeda, or this could be an alternate outfit for Scorpion. Who knows? Pure speculation. Moving on to my boy Sub-Zero, looking like a beast. At this point, to me, this kind of, I don't want to say confirms, because it doesn't really confirm anything, but this kind of further alludes to this Sub-Zero being Kuai Liang again. He has an outfit that is extremely similar to his Deadly Alliance in Mortal Kombat 3. Baihan never wore that. No, he did not. He has a scar on his right eye. Baihan never had a scar. Or it's Bihan, but, you know, I like saying Baihan, whatever. You guys already know it's Bihan, but if I say Baihan, fuck it, they're interchangeable for the most part. He has a scar on the right side of his face. Baihan has never had that. And it appears, this is speculation as well, until we learn about it more in the story, it appears that Sub-Zero is the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei at this point in time. Baihan has never achieved that in his life, ever. He's only been a soldier. He's only been an assassin. A fucking great one at that, who's defeated gods, but he's never been a Grandmaster. Kuai Liang has been the only Sub-Zero who is a Grandmaster. Then you pile that on with the different types of variations. Then you have Grandmaster, which there's only one person who's been the Grandmaster. Unbreakable, which has his original mask from Mortal Kombat 9. And Cryomancer, they're both Cryomasters, but I don't want to get into too much of who Sub-Zero's identity might be because that's a separate video, but I think that this really does allude to this Sub-Zero being Kuai Liang. But one thing that I want to point out is his eyes are still white, so he could still very well be a Wraith, much like Scorpion, or he could be completely revived. We don't know that yet. But if he is still a Wraith, it's up for grabs. It's up for grabs who it could be. If he is fully revived, as we heard from Kung Lao and the stream, a dead man walks. He says, now you'll feel winter's sting. Now you've met your demise. A dead man walks. That's kind of up for grabs too, because, you know, we don't know. We don't know at this point. And an interesting thing about the quotes is a lot of them are different. And what I mean by that is that a lot of the quotes have details relating to interactions between the two characters at different points in time in the story mode. What I mean by that is, as we will see in a screenshot later on, Ermac is aiding Kotal Khan and his forces, but then once you get to a fight between Kotal Khan and Ermac, which they've showed before, Kotal Khan says, I thought as allies, Ermac. Ermac says, we will oppose the Emperor. What the hell? So that's very interesting. But getting on my last point about Sub-Zero, besides the fact that it looks badass and I love his alternate outfit, very simple, very MK-ish, you know, very I lost my train of thought on what I wanted to say. He looks great. Okay, he looks great. I love it, and I love that they do a throwback to the previous Mortal Kombats. The last point I want to make about him being fully revived and still white eyes, the only possible way that he has ever had white, or the only possible way for him to obtain white eyes while still being a human, is if he is blind or he has the Dragon Medallion, like he did in Mortal Kombat Deception. When he obtained the Dragon Medallion, his eyes turned completely white, as well as modified his body to certain extents. His eyes are completely white in this game. So, to me, this kind of alludes to the fact that he has possession of the Dragon Medallion. How do you have possession of the Dragon Medallion? You have to be Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei. There you go. Moving on and getting away from all that Sub-Zero goodness, we get this woman. We have no idea who she is. We have no idea what her significance to the story is. All we know is she's in almost an interview-like setting where she's talking about a huge conflict that her village was the epicenter of, which is alluding to the battle between Raiden and Shinnok. And what I like about that is not only are we learning about it for those people that are new to the series, that don't know what the conflict was, you learn about it from her, and then in the next screenshot we see Raiden and Shinnok fighting it out. So it's cool that they're going to provide backstory, because it's helping other gamers, or not other, other gamers that came into the franchise at Mortal Kombat 9, or maybe relatively new, learn more about the history of MK. For those of us who already know, it's nice to see it in action a little bit, because you read about it, but it's nice to see 10 little 15-second clip of them fighting and just seeing it brought to life. I really like that. I really do appreciate that. So that's cool. That's cool. And another thing that it's kind of a little nitpicky, but what I like is that in the fight between Raiden and Shinnok, we see Raiden's wearing a different outfit. So it's nice that he's not just wearing the same fucking outfit for years and years and years and years, for thousands of years. That's just a little nitpicky, but I just appreciate that. So the next screenshot we see is the Special Forces being escorted into a common place. This might be, well, this isn't the Outworld marketplace, but it's in Outworld, and these are Kotal Khan's forces. And what I find most interesting is this is the first screenshot we have of Aaron Black, who to me is pretty much all but confirmed, which it wouldn't make sense for him not to be in the game, because he's one of Kotal Khan's chosen warriors, aka champions. Devora's in the game. She's one of his chosen warriors / champions. So why wouldn't he be in the game? It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't he be a playable character to fight as? It just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But yeah, so Aaron Black, first screenshot of him. And then the next screenshot we have is Aaron Black and Ermac leading Kotal Khan's forces somewhere. So another screenshot of Aaron Black. He needs to be revealed already as a playable character. I mean, come on, Ed Boon's already hinted at it plenty of times, so let's get this shit going, dog. And one thing that I want to point out is a little interesting. We see Kotal Khan and Aaron Black walk in, escorting the forces, as I mentioned before. So to me, that says that Ermac is firmly supporting Kotal Khan. Firmly supporting Kotal Khan, right? He is his ally. But in one of the streams, when Kotal Khan and Ermac fought each other, Kotal Khan comes in, he fucking does the little ball of fire, the fireball, comes them up, brings them out of the fucking thin air, and he says, "I thought us allies, Ermac." Ermac says, "We will oppose the Emperor." What the fuck? What happened? What happened? Did he take the last slice of pizza? What happened? So, like I've mentioned before, it's really interesting to see that these quotes can be from their first interaction or their 7th interaction. So the quotes also span the entire game. I find that very interesting. That's a lot of attention to detail. That's great. It's not just 1, 2, maybe 3 quotes. It's not just that. There's a lot. I find that really interesting. That's great. That's really, really great. Now we get into the next picture of Ermac, who looks weird. He looks sickly. His face is really like brought in. He's got lines all over his face. He's got bags under his eyes. Whoa, what's going on here? I don't know what's going on here. This really interests me because it flashed on the screen really quickly. It was Reptile, Ermac, and Katana, which Katana is the next screenshot. But Reptile looked normal. He looked green, as he often does. But why is Ermac like this? To me, this could be a shifting in the story where Ermac could possibly be under the influence of somebody else. Maybe Shao Kahn, which he says the creator is a part of us. Come feel his presence and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know. Shao Kahn was an immensely powerful sorcerer, so he could have had this as a backup plan. I don't know. But this is something to keep an eye out for. And what if it's not just extending to Ermac? What if it's going to other of Kotal Khan's allies? I don't know. Maybe this is the sorcery of Melina. She has possession of Shinnok's amulet. Who knows? Something to just keep an eye out for. Now, the next screenshot we have is of Katana. Katana has a lot of veins running all over her. Her eyes are reddish orange. So I wonder if this is how she is because of Quan Chi. Maybe he is put her to work, because later on we see Sindel, who is also dead, whose soul is also in possession of Quan Chi, fighting Cassie Cage, and I can't see who is that in the background, but both Kitana and Sindel are fighting, so they're under the influence of something. Obviously, they should be dead at this point. So does that mean that either Melina or Kotal Khan has allied themselves with Quan Chi in the Netherrealm? And in doing that, they get the might of the Netherrealm, which obviously their most powerful assets are the fallen warriors. The fallen Earthrealm warriors, fallen Outworld warriors. It makes sense. So, why are they fighting Cassie Cage and her, whoever that is? What are they trying to prevent? So I find that interesting. And if that's the case, then, in my opinion, we don't see these warriors who were dead, who are now alive and well when we see them fight in streams and stuff. This means that they become liberated, they become freed after the end of the story in Mortal Kombat X. This is my opinion, this is speculation on my part, but I think that it makes the most sense like that, because if Kitana and Kung Lao and Sub-Zero, actually, that's kind of interesting now that I just mentioned it. Why would Kitana be under that influence? Why would Kitana be freed at the very end of the story, but Sub-Zero is alive well before they even get to Outworld? Oh, man, wow, I just fucked my own self up. But yeah, that's something that I find interesting. Why is she like that? Why are they fighting? Whose aid did they? Who enlisted their aid? Who enlisted their aid? Man, I gotta really sit and think about that. Now the whole Sub-Zero paradox right there. The next screenshot we see is of Rain appearing to drop kick the fuck out of Kotal Khan off of a building. Now, to me, this doesn't confirm that Rain is in the game, playable in the game whatsoever. What I think is going to happen is there's going to be a shitload of cameos from all kinds of characters that are probably not in the game, Rain being one of them. And for people to say that Rain is playable, he's confirmed to be in the game, to be one of the characters in the roster, I disagree, because in the comics, Kotal Khan burns the fuck out of him. I mean, really badly. He doesn't kill him, but I mean, his skin is gone. His skin is completely gone. So maybe this is a scene taking place beforehand, or who knows. But it's cool to see Rain. I like to see him in his classic outfit. Well, classic not being Mortal Kombat 3-ish, but his outfit from like Armageddon and stuff like that. But I think that a lot of characters that are not playable will make a lot of cameos in the story mode, which I would be all for. I am all for it. I would definitely like that. So moving on, we see Melina, and to me, she has to be playable. She has to be playable. She's one of two heads fighting for the throne of Outworld. Why wouldn't she be playable? And not only that, she has Shinnok's amulet. So, what's going on here? What's going on here? She has to be playable in the game. I mean, it only makes sense. It's a huge conflict that I feel like this is almost a distraction. This is almost kind of Shinnok's doing again, because we don't see Quan Chi whatsoever in the story mode trailer. Whatsoever. So he's got to be behind the scenes with Shinnok manipulating things. And that's what I think about Quan Chi. I think that this is another these are events orchestrated by Shinnok himself again to further weaken Outworld and possibly Earthrealm. But yeah, I think we see Melina. She looks good. And, you know, bringing Kitana more to a humanly figure, as well as Melina herself, I think it's a good move, because some of the outfits are just a little ridiculous. Some of them just are a little implausible. And she looks good. She still looks sexy. And she still looks like a warrior. She still looks like a warrior. And we see that her forces, the Tarkatan forces, are fighting against Kotal Khan's. So, then the next screenshot we have is of Sindel and Kitana fighting Cassie Cage and somebody else, like I mentioned before. I don't really have too much to say about that anymore. I think I've kind of hit the nail on the head previously. But that pretty much brings the breakdown to a wrap. And there was a lot of stuff we talked about, I know. But I appreciate it if you made it through the entire video. Let me know what you guys think about what I have to say. Let me know about some things that you pointed out from seeing the trailer that maybe I might have missed. I'm definitely interested to know more about that, more about the trailer, more about the little findings that everyone else has stumbled upon. So thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are just as excited as I am for Mortal Kombat X. And that's going to do it for me, you guys. My name's Shemaine. I'm out. Peace. Have a good day.